condition inside of my body where a doctor told me that something was growing, a cancerous tumor that shouldn't be there. And I trusted the medical system because that's our culture, that's the way we're raised. So it was my opportunity to put into practice everything that I ever learned. And rather than concentrating on something that should not be in my body, I began feeling that my body was vital and healthy rather than focusing on making something change. However, through the influence of family and friends, I underwent a medical procedure anyway. I went into the operating room, I was anesthetized, and the next thing I remember, I woke up. And there was the doctor looking at me, and he said, "What are you doing here? There's nothing there." All I'd done were the practices and the principles that I'd traveled halfway around the world to learn, and I employed it in my own life. And it worked in that moment. I have the photographs showing there's nothing in my body. I was anesthetized, and they did an exploratory for no reason at all. Because of that, I can speak with conviction. I can look anyone, a scientist, a doubting audience member, and I can look them in the eye with conviction and say, this is what I know to be true in my life, that there's a power inside of your body. The ancients say it's the most powerful force in the universe.
I did a whole bunch of research on cancer. I wanted to know who had beaten cancer and what was the common denominator. So I did a lot of reading, and I discovered that the common denominator was everyone, no matter what treatment that they chose, they were well because they changed the way they thought.
Your body's not your enemy, which of course I think anyone who's first experienced disease or pain, I think we're taught that, why is my body doing this to me, instead of why am I going through this experience? And it sort of let me shift my thinking to, I need to love my body through this.
I'm thankful that I actually got cancer because I needed a big wake-up call.
I'm in remission and I feel wonderful, and I've never felt better about myself. I still walk around daily and I use that affirmation that she had for cancer. It's the, I lovingly forgive and release everything in my past. I choose to fill my world with joy. I love and accept myself.
It was life-changing. It was one of these things where not only was I grateful for my illness, but in the end, much healthier than I had been before.
I came home determined to try it. At the time, I was being treated for fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. I was self-employed. My energy levels were so low, I was barely putting in 20 hours a week, completely ignoring my children and my responsibilities. And I started her affirmation. My body now restores itself to its natural state of good health. And I saw the difference in a week. I said it all the time, and I started doing her mirror work. I would go to the mirror, and though I didn't feel it and the words stuck in my throat, I would look in the mirror and I would say, "I love you very much, Jackie. You're perfect exactly the way you are."